The Ogoni people didn't always go by that name, Ogoni. Long ago, they called themselves Pya Ghana, that is, the people from Ghana. Yes, their roots trace back to the legendary Ghana Empire, but over time, their name transformed through a fascinating series of linguistic twists. The Ibani, their neighbors in Boni, called them Egane. The Igbo tweaked it to Ogoni, and the Ibibio, they settled on Ghana. That's the name that stuck, Ghana, a proud identity for the Ogoni people today. The Ogoni, or Khana, organized themselves into 7 vibrant kingdoms, known as the Erebarito Khana, which includes Babbe, Bai, Ba, Bowe, Kukana, Te, and Eleme. The Babbe, a key pillar of Ogoni identity, but how did they come to be? Let's travel back to a time of war and migration. It's centuries ago in the ancient Ghana Empire, a land of wealth and power. But war erupts, tearing the empire apart. At the heart of this chaos is Empress Gbenekwaanwaa, a fearless leader forced to abdicate her throne. She doesn't flee alone. She leads a massive entourage, warriors, priests, medicine men, and administrators. Among them are her young son, Beneyalo, her daughter, Sa, her consort, Benekara, her brother, Benabama, and the wise Benehiranam with his wife, Niger. Their journey is grueling. Years of wandering, fighting, survival. They trekked through the hinterlands of the Upper Guinea coast, crafting canoes to navigate rivers until they reached the Atlantic coast. Finally, they land at a place called Nama, around 15 DC. Here, they established their first settlement and a sacred war shrine, marking the birth of Ogoni land. From Nama, the Ogoni spread out, founding towns like Kuba, Wisoro, and the pivotal Gure town. Gure becomes the heart of their civilization, where a population boom sparks expansion in all directions, east, north, and west. From Gure, they established Luawi and Bong, some of the oldest surviving towns in Ogoni land. Meanwhile, a group led by Benayana heads west from the Wiso Gure axis, founding Ka-Gwaara, Luyon, and Bien. These towns formed the foundation of the Babbe people. At Gure, the royal family, Empress Gbenekwaanwaa, Beneyalo, and Za, pass away. Their graves, becoming sacred shrines, still revered today. Their legacy lives on through a matrilineal system where power passes to Za, her daughter, and later to her daughter, Bariayo, who rules from Luawi. The matrilineal dynasty thrives until the 16th century when the Bangha Wars disrupt the union, ushering in a shift to patrilineal rule. The Bariayo dynasty at Luawi falls during the turbulent Bangha Wars, marking the end of matrilineal rule. A new dynasty rises at Ka-Gwaara, led by Beneyana and Benebeka, great-great-granddaughters of Za. But their rule becomes ceremonial, a shadow of the past. By the early 20th century, British colonial forces invade, attacking and destroying the Gwara dynasty, leaving a lasting impact on Ogoni society. Yet, despite these challenges, the spirit of the Ogoni and Babbe people endures, woven into the fabric of their culture and history. The Ogoni weren't just survivors, they were pioneers. They were the first to settle the Niger Delta, shaping its cultural and economic landscape. They welcomed the Ibani and Krike, giving them the names Bane and Kreka that is still bear today. They hosted the Andoni, calling them Pya Bono, after the Ibeno king from the Cross River Basin. The Ogoni introduced the first metal currency to the Niger Delta, called Muti, a word so influential it spread to languages from Ibeno to Nembe and even Igbo land. They were master canoe makers, crafting the largest canoes in West Africa and becoming the region's earliest long-distance traders. The town of Bangha was home to the biggest market on the Guinea coast, a hub of commerce that drew early European traders. In our future video, we explain why the market had disappeared and moved from the coast to its present location in Khana, near Moko Junction. There, it still retains its ancient name, Kibanga. The Ogoni people have woven a rich tapestry of history, resilience, and innovation. Their story is a cornerstone of West African heritage, a legacy of firsts, first settlers, first traders, first to shape the Niger Delta destiny. Explore more with the Ogoni of the Eastern Niger Delta by Pya Ghana. To order, link is in the bio. Don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts, and stay tuned for our next video. See you in the next.